lifelong promise it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to your one and only program which caters for your welfare as a pensioner. Even you who is at work, they make sure that your work environment is safe and sound for you not to get injured or not to get sick. Jabula Ncube is my name, and lamukela ke kusithembiso sempilo yonke ke namhlanje sithi ke sibe sikhangela ke ukubana ke sona ke isithembiso sempilo yonke ke singabe ke siqhokela kanjani sikunakekela wena ke okumhlala phansi lawe ke osemsebenzini wenza ukuthi usebenze ngesihle ungalimali ndo chivimbiso ka cha upenyu chacho chatukurukane zvacho ka kubvaka kunasa tichivimba kuti iwe uri kushanda uri kuchengetedzeka pabasa hausi kukuvara pabasa hausi kurwara pabasa newe wacho uri pamudykandigere uri kwanisa kuti unge uchiwana mudykandigere wako uchinyemwerera uchidyaka izvo zveziya zvakadai kuti ungochishandira. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going back to take a look at the event which occurred in Bulawayo under the theme Reviving Hope, a Lifelong Promise in Bulawayo. This was at the rehabilitation center where NASA had to get together with the stakeholders to map a way forward in making sure that you have a lifelong promise. Namhlanje zakuthi sibe sikhangela ke umkhosi wabakhona ke koBulawayo e rehabilitation center laphana ke lapho ke abe NASA abagoqala khona babuthelana ndawonye ke bahlanganelana behlanganisa kamakhanda lalabo ke abasebenzelana labo kulesinqumo lenhloso yona leya ukubana ke kube kuthuthukiswa ke impilo bayonke ke yomuntu ke ongabe ke semsebenzini kumbeni ke okumhlala phansi ndo zvathola ukuthi ke chithathisa naso noyo akuthi kuBulawayo ku rehabilitation center ndezvipi zvakatora nzvimbo apo NASA yakaungana ikasangana nevainoshanda navo kuti vange vachibatsirana ka pakuronga nekuona nekunzvera akuti upenyu hwamangwana wako iwe uri pamudykandigere unenge wakamira sei.
Ulimale and lose a body part. NASA gives and maintains your soft life. Early retirement due to nature's cause. NASA fully packaged to cater for you. Abukho okugeba ngokulimala emsebenzini alale engadlanga. Accident prevention and workers' compensation scheme. Abukho okugeba ngokulimala emsebenzini alale emgwaqweni. Project zimba izindlu. Abukho sisebenzi esigogela sibangwe lezibi. Skills training. NASA yizo. NASA ebantwini. NASA kuzisebenzi. The core provider for quality and comprehensive clinical treatment. Therapeutic care. Skills training. Enabling me and you. Expecting reintegration into the society and work situation. Sanibonani, Molweni, Lekai, Makadi. This is victory, Siano. This is victory, Siano.
At this juncture, we're going to invite our acting general manager of NASA, Dr. Charles Shawa, to come and do the introduction.
On behalf of our ministry, our board, and staff in NASA, as well as our management, would like to welcome you, all of you, to this important occasion, which showcase what we do as NASA on this side of things, where an employee would have been injured at work. Let me recognize our Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Public Service and Labour and Social Welfare, who actually looks, who are the superintendents of NASA. So his name is Mr. Simon Masanga. We also have with us here our chair of the board of NASA, Dr. Bessie Torino. We also have our NASA board members. I will mention them one by one and stand up so that we can all see and appreciate who are these people who make decisions that drive this organization. We've got the deputy chair of the board, who is Mrs. Chinyemba. Next to Mrs. Chinyemba is Commissioner Chikora, who is one of our board members. Next to him is Mrs. Mate, who is one of our board members. Next to him is Mr. Ndondo. Mr. Ndondo is the special board member today because he happens to chair the committee of the board that is responsible for the activities that we are witnessing here. So let's give him a round of applause. We also have directors from NASA. I recognize 3 of you. Can you please stand up, guys, so that you can be seen by our guests here? Directors from NASA who are here present. So these are the directors that we have present. We also have our management from NASA and our staff members, as well as those specifically resident.
Now move on with the program. We get remarks by NASA board chair, Dr. Percy Toriro.
This rehabilitation center is one of the most important facilities that NASA has, and yet it is also one of our best kept secrets. Very few people know about the work that goes on here. Yet it is one of the most important activities that we undertake. This is a medical facility, but more importantly, it is a rehabilitation facility. But what I liked best was when injured employees have been rehabilitated, they are also empowered by being given skills so that when they leave this institution, they can either go back to their workplaces or they go away with new skills. So this is critically important. And I really appeal to other stakeholders that can also come in and partner this institution. It is critically important. We deploy, I think, reasonable resources to it, but I think it can do even better than it's doing. Similar to this initiative, I'm also happy to announce to you that as NASA, we realize the challenge that exists in most of the medical facilities in the country. And so to alleviate the plight, particularly of the pensioners, the elderly, we are setting up clinics in all regions where elderly people who not only receive diagnosis, but who also receive free medication, particularly that affects elderly people, such as diabetes, hypertension, things that generally affect elderly people. We are opening up clinics that will attend to all that. As we speak, we have just commissioned the Harare Clinic. We are renovating the Bulawayo Clinic. We have identified spaces for the Mutare and Gweru clinics, and we are identifying spaces in Masvingo, in Gwanda, and in Binyura. So we'll have all those clinics. In addition to that, the board has just approved the procurement of 6 mobile clinics for each region. So each NASA region will have a mobile clinic that goes around attending to pensioners and other elderly people. So this activity is also good, I think, for relations. I was speaking to one of the social partners on the need for us to continuously engage. And I think this is important. So today, I think, is also an opportunity for us to just get to interact more, get to know each other, share some of the challenges that we are facing, and identify solutions together. NASA is a tripartite organization. comprising government, labor, and employers. We cannot do without each other. So it is important that platforms such as these ones also give us an opportunity to interact and remind each other that we exist to do this together.
Now it's time for edutainment, ladies and gentlemen. We know we learn through entertainment.
We are Zimbabweans. We are the workforce. We are the most hardworking people in the world.
Nkosikazi, uyakwazi ukuthi isithando sakho. Uyangibamba manje. Uyakwazi ukuthi nginika ngikuncwabe indlela. Uyakwazi ukuthi Workers Compensation and Rehabilitation Center. Yes, added yes, to the basket of benefits as one of the basic needs to the compensation and injury.
NASA has extended some of its services to the public.
Yes, because not all services are extended to the services abawafake ku-public sikhuluma ngama-services afana lawa kuthiwa occupational therapy.
Physiotherapy kababa.
Yes, ngifuna lokho lokudala ngihambele yiphi nemidalo yazi.
Ngazi.
Ulalele mani, yiphi siswana, yiphi. Clinical and medical services. Yes. Yilo lona le. Yabona mina nkosikazi. Hawu. Mina lo personal. Uyakwazi ukuthi ngaphi benefita ngaphi. I benefited under the accident prevention and the workers compensation scheme. Yeah. Lo usungaphi benefita ngaphi.
Inogona kushanda nevashandi vayo, inogona kushanda nevanhu vanoshanda, inofadza vanhu. Ndichitaura nadzo fadza, ndorangarira so inoti the physiotherapy department to treat and prevent injuries and diseases that affect movement through the use of manual handling, education, exercise and equipment in order to improve and maintain movement and function.
Now open to the public was done with 3 main units. 1. Gymnasium.
Treadmill, physio balls, multi-station gym, unity static exercise bicycles, supervised exercises.
2. Electrotherapy.
Shortwave diathermy, ultrasound, ultraviolet, electrical stimulation, wax bath, cryotherapy, traction unit for lumbar and cervical traction and CPM machines.
Fully equipped for you. 3. Hydrotherapy.
Exercises done in warm water for muscle relaxation, improving joint movement and reducing pain.
Occupational therapy.
To treat the physical, mental, developmental and emotional challenges that impact a patient's ability to perform day-to-day tasks.
Learn new ways of doing things.
Regain skills and develop new ones.
Use materials or equipment that makes life easier.
Adapt their environment to work better for them.
Here we deal with stroke, spinal cord injury, loss of mobility.
Occupational therapy helps clients to achieve what?
To achieve a fulfilled and satisfied daily life through use of purposeful activities and other interventions. now open to the public. Spirometry, audiometry, wound management, counseling, and doctor's consultation.
Woza nawe, sondela duze. Come, wozani. Uyapha duze. Dangeni, dakwan. Izapha. Other services offered to injured workers over and above physiotherapy, occupational therapy, clinical and medical services are vocational training and social work, including project Zimba, Izindlu, and work placement.
Vocational training,
Education and skills-based training program that prepares people for a specific job, trade, or craft.
welcome to NASA, Workers' Compensation Rehabilitation Center, reviving hope, a lifelong promise. My hope, your hope, our hope, NASA. Social work, to restore the social functioning of the injured worker through counseling and resettlement.
Other activities under social work,
Project Zimba Izindlu,
the provision of housing quarters and ablution facilities to the grossly impaired workers in a rural setup, home adjustments and improvements in urban areas.
work placement, the community messengers.
We're now getting the guest of honor speech read on behalf of Honorable Paul Mavima by Permanent Secretary for Bulawayo Metropolitan Province, Mr. Paul Nyoni, who was standing in for Honorable Judith Ngube.
Minister of Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare, Honorable Professor Mavima, here represented by the Permanent Secretary in that ministry, my brother, Mr. Simon Masanga. The NASA Board Chair, Dr. Percy Choriro, NASA Board members, NASA Acting General Manager, Dr. Shava. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to observe respectively the protocols that have been established by Dr. Choriro and say all protocols observed. A good morning to you all. Salibonani. Ndimacheroni. Ndimacheroni. It is my singular honor and privilege to welcome you all to this very important day. I'm heartened to note the presence of the all important stakeholders in our midst. As the chairman said, NASA is ultimately not just a tripartite, but a multilateral organization where all of us have a stake. Our presence here demonstrates the importance of this NASA facility in the delivery of a comprehensive social security system. An open day like this one is important in bringing together different stakeholders and provides a platform where synergies can be cultivated for the welfare of the nation. My ministry is mandated, now you see why I call myself Honorable Minister. I shall say my ministry. My ministry is mandated with the provision of social protection in terms of NDS 1. Enhancing job and income security is one of the key areas of this mandate. The provision of rehabilitation services to injured workers is a major program that is done through NASA and indeed Workers' Compensation and Rehabilitation Center. It therefore follows that quality rehabilitation services are a prerequisite for enhancing job and income security for the injured workers. My ministry has thus a direct interest in ensuring that facilities such as this one deliver comprehensive health services that not only benefit injured workers, but the society at large. This unique center has been in existence since 1971 Over the years, numerous improvements aimed at improving its efficiency in service provision have taken place. I'm proud to share with you that this center is arguably the biggest rehabilitation center in Zimbabwe. And I think we should applaud that. And it happens to be the city of kings and queens. The center's fundamental objective is to offer rehabilitation services to injured workers. It houses a specialized physiotherapy unit, which is a gymnasium, electrotherapy, and hydrotherapy. It also offers occupational therapy. These services, together with social work, capacitate our center with the resources needed to reintegrate workers back into society. There is a fully fledged and dedicated paraplegic ward which caters for workers with spinal cord and other severe injuries. I'm happy to say that we will all have the opportunity to interact with some of our para and quadriplegic patients during the tour. Accidents, ladies and gentlemen, are not planned and can occur to any of us at any time. The patients that you are going to interact with today during the tour were once able-bodied and functional, as most of us here are. But due to accidents, they found themselves in a difficult space of very limited hope. It is for this dear reason, ladies and gentlemen, that I call upon each one of us to embrace the concept of protection and promotion of workers' health. Our accident statistics as a country still paint an undesirable picture. One accident is one too many, and loss of life can never be corrected. While this institution like this one can assist in rehabilitating those that are injured, please heed to the call that prevention will always be better than cure. Prevention is always cheaper than cure. Safe work is a must as enshrined in the 2030 Global Sustainable Development Goals, in particular goal number 8. As you might all be aware, the global COVID-19 pandemic has left very little survival options for our already struggling population and injured workers in particular. Vocational training for rehabilitees is one of the key tools we use to empower our workers for gainful employment or economic participation in the community. As you conduct your tour, you will see the interventions in terms of vocational training that NASA has put in place in order to skill and or reskill rehabilitees so that they are able to supplement their incomes through various projects. As means as possible for social welfare, this brings me so much joy. There is a growing epidemic of non-communicable diseases worldwide. Over the years, more and more people are suffering from lifestyle diseases such as hypertension, diabetes, and heart disease. This has left many people disabled due to strokes and amputations from complications of diabetes. It is for this reason that NASA has opened these doors to the generality of the public so that those who need comprehensive rehabilitation services can get them at concessional rates. This is indeed an impactful corporate social responsibility initiative that is reviving hope in the communities. This center is well resourced with trained professionals and some modern rehabilitation equipment. There is much more to be done, and I implore NASA to ensure that this center becomes a one-stop shop for post-injury and illness rehabilitation. I'm pleased to inform you that NASA continues to explore new ways of improving this center of excellence so that it remains relevant to the community it serves. I need not add that your critique, suggestions, comments are vital to ensuring an improvement to the services that are on offer. Robert M. Hensel once said, and I quote, "Being disabled should not mean being disqualified from access to every aspect of life," unquote. Let us all work together to ensure inclusivity of all persons living with disabilities. It is the Second Republic's mantra that we must leave no one behind. allow me to end with a quote from the Bible. And this is specifically to NASA. Matthew 25, verse 40. The king will reply, this is the Lord Jesus speaking. The king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Here we deal with the least of these. And this is our, I think this is our judgment verse. What do you do for the least of our brothers and sisters? Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much.
As we wrap up this segment, we get remarks from Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare Permanent Secretary, Mr. Simon Masanga.
The rising inflation. No pension fund is paid from inflation, and we are working day and night to ensure that we push the NASA pension to a sustainable level. Sustainable in ways of looking after the pensioner themselves, but also to make sure the fund doesn't pay by giving out what it can't afford. It has to be sustainable. Other generations coming after us still need to depend on the NASA pension. But I'm so happy that today we are refocusing on OSH, an area that I thought slowly we are beginning to relegate to lower levels of priority at ministry and NASA. I'm happy we are revising the OSH bill to cover even government workers. And this facility that we have here is a treasure. I'm happy, Chair, we are looking after it, but in terms of equipping, we really need to do more. Comrade Sham was really very angry. I know him to be more angry than that, but I think he was just trying to push the point home that whatever we are collecting under OSH should be plowed back to facilities like this, so that we look after the two ladies and gentlemen that are there, and there are many more within our communities. So I'm simply saying it's an eye-opener. The minister wanted to be here, but I'm sure you are all aware that today is cabinet day. We wanted to move the date to Thursday, but due to logistical challenges, that could not happen. The Honorable Deputy Minister was way out of our run, and it was impossible to bring him back, and we then ended up resorting to the provincial minister, who then delegated to the provincial secretary to stand for her. But we are happy you came in your numbers just to observe, and the feedback that we got, myself and the chair and the board members, NASA executives and management, we were listening and taking note. And we hope when we come back here next year, we will improve on the areas that have been highlighted. That's what I wanted to say. I thought as a ministry, I was looking at the program, and we were nowhere to be found in the last phases of our program. And I just wanted to lend our weight to whatever is happening here. The dedication of staff. You can tell from the body language that the patients that are here and the staff that are looking after, there is good rapport, and that's what we want. Thank you so much for coming.
About, ladies and gentlemen, that is what transpired in Bulawayo, the Rehabilitation Center, and the theme, Reviving Hope, a Lifelong Promise. You can go Owenzagalage, Bulawayo, Gelapanage, a Rehabilitation Center, Besebenzag is in Gomolesero, a city Sonage, Reviving Hope, a Lifelong Promise. Chevimbo Chakuti, Takwasa Tingit Chonanaguns, which is Izo Shakaitigaka, Akubulawayo, Aponasa, Yagasanganani Avo. Let's meet again next week at the same time. Chabulangube is my name. It is goodbye for now.